And welcome back to Brisbane for the PPA Australia Women's Singles Gold Medal match between Pei-Chuan Kao and Summer Dalla-Bona. Brendan Lee's joining me here in the commentary box, and what an afternoon. Yes, it is afternoon.
It is afternoon. Thank you very much for having me here this afternoon, Gordon. Obviously, we're in for a real treat here with this women's singles gold medal match.
Yeah, and it actually looks like the rain is clearing. So let's fingers crossed that rain stays away. And there is almost a hint of sunshine coming through now.
On a true Melbourne day in Brisbane, Gordon. Raining 1 minute, nearly sunny the next. So adverse conditions that obviously make things challenging out here, not just for the people coordinating the tournament, but for those out on the court as well. So we'll see who can adapt to these conditions a little bit better.
A typical May day. It's an autumn day here in Brisbane, and it's the 17th, so it's Norway's National Day. So if you're watching from Norway, you're about to witness a fantastic pickleball match from down under in an absolute cracker. So Summer Dalla-Bona has fought a little bit harder to get through to this medal match compared to Pei-Chuan Kao. Pei has been in absolutely sensational form, Brendan.
We actually had the honour of covering her semi-final match, and she was in fine form in that match. 11-0, 11-2 over Amelia Schmidt is no easy feat by any means, and the most she has dropped in the tournament to date is 4 points in a single game. So it shows you where her level is at right now.
That is next level. So, but also at a high level is Summer Dalla-Bona. Summer, well, the record speaks for herself. She's a multi-gold medalist at PPA Australia events already, and a wealth of experience in pickleball. So this is all set to be a fantastic match. You can maybe hear the breeze on the microphone, so it is still a little bit breezy here in Brisbane. So the conditions may take a little bit of getting used to, but nothing that these gals can't handle.
Nothing they won't be able to handle, as you said, and they'll definitely adjust to this. And this isn't the first time that these two have faced off. You know, looking back to earlier in the year in the first event in Sydney, I think they faced each other in the quarter-final, would you believe, at that tournament. Very early for two quality players to be meeting. Summer came through in 3 games, I believe, and then went on to win the gold medal over there. And I think New Zealand, I believe Pei may have won the women's singles in New Zealand from memory.
She was so close to getting the Triple Crown.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so she won the singles and the women's doubles, and then got the silver in the mixed doubles with Vish.
Vish, yes. Gold Coast's Vish Masan. So, look, we're in for a real treat. This is the 3rd PPA event of this season here in Australia, and great to see these two facing off against each other. You would probably say reasonably different styles as well with these two players. You have Summer Dalla-Bona, who is known for her incredible ground strokes and in particular that double-handed backhand. How many points has that double-handed backhand won her in the last 12 months?
And just watching her in the semi-final against Rose, you could see it in action there. She was in absolutely frightening form in that semi-final. She got up in 3 games, and after losing the first game, she came back and won the next 2 quite convincingly.
Stormed back. And to those viewing, you can see Summer Dalla-Bona and her duper there on the screen. Look, that duper definitely isn't reflective of where she actually sits, and I think that's going to climb very quickly over the next few months.
That's almost an insult.
Without a doubt.
Don't let Summer see that.
No, that might fuel the fire. That might just, she might have something more to prove, Gordon, out here.
Absolutely. And it's sort of nice how, the gals taking a few seconds just to chill there with the referee.
I think they're waiting on for us, the right-hand side baseline, the baseline that's closest to the fence, where you can see the black shade cloth panelling along there. There's just a little bit of moisture that you can see that hasn't quite been absorbed yet. So I think they're just waiting for that to dry.
Yeah, so on that, we may just take a quick break here. and take a message from our sponsors, and we'll be right back live at the PPA Australia for the women's gold medal match between Summer Dalla-Bona and Pei-Chuan Kao.
And welcome back to PPA Brisbane. There's still a little bit of a delay happening out here with this women's singles gold medal match, but please do not go away because we'll be underway definitely within the next 5 minutes.
As you mentioned before, you can see that moisture at the far end of the court there, Brendan. It was a great pickup because maybe I need to get some glasses because,
Look, I think your eyesight can be forgiven. It does blend in quite well, but you can see referee Adrian Gray just confirming that is the delay that we are waiting to resolve out here.
And as you mentioned, the moisture at the far end, I did just notice a few extra spots of rain. So
not what we want to hear.
No, let's just hope it stays away. So it's a little bit, there are a few scattered showers on the radar, but hopefully they'll go around the facility here at Redcliffe here in Brisbane.
And the reason why that hasn't dried, for those at home wondering that perhaps have a view and you can't quite see it on the camera, but there is the shade shelter that's sitting above the steps there that's actually covering that end of the court. So that's the reason why that hasn't quite dried as well as the rest of the court.
Yeah, so referee Adrian Gray just intimating that we're about 5 minutes away from play here. So we shouldn't be too far away. So referee Adrian Gray just having a chat to Pei-Chuan. And it's a real sign of the camaraderie that goes on here in Australia. All the players are from a very friendly community, and the referees are an integral part of that. So with that, because we're still about 4 minutes away from starting here, we might just take another quick break and be back hopefully live with the women's gold medal match between Pei-Chuan and Summer Dalla-Bona. We'll be back soon after these messages. And we're back. We're back here live in Brisbane, the PPA Australia Tour event with the women's gold medal match only moments away.
So don't go grab a coffee, don't go out to lunch, stay right here with us.
Yeah, definitely don't go out for lunch, because if you do, you're going to miss an absolute cracking match. You might just have time to make a very quick drink.
Okay, we'll let them do that, Gordon.
Yeah. And because as we mentioned before, we have had some rain delays here today, unfortunately here in Brisbane, and there is one end of the court that is taking a little bit longer to dry than the rest of the court, only because it's slightly more shaded. So referee Adrian Gray just
giving the nod,
hopefully giving his stamp of approval there.
And what we do like when courts are wet, Gordon, is when you do have a nice strong breeze, and we do have that because that is a blow dryer, and that is going to dry those courts a lot quicker than if it was nice and still.
That's it, and it looks like we shouldn't be too far away now with both ladies coming out onto court for their warm-up. And as we mentioned, it's Pei-Chuan on our left and Summer Dalla-Bona on our right, and an absolute cracker, what will be an absolute cracker of a match. So as you're looking, Summer Dalla-Bona is at the far end of the court, and Pei-Chuan just warming up in her black sloppy joe on the closest side to camera.
And these players, as we said before, Gordon, they're very familiar with each other. They've played in a variety of formats, singles, doubles, mixed doubles against each other on the PPA tour this year. So there's going to be not a great deal of surprises of them understanding what the other player likes to do, but we have mentioned these adverse conditions may require the players to really adjust and adapt their games to suit the conditions here today in Brisbane.
Absolutely, and if, as we mentioned before, these two players are here because they are adept at adapting. So they've played so well under challenging conditions today and against stiff competition.
Such good depth in today's draw, wasn't there? From the first match, 24 women taking to the court today in the PPA main draw match here. You had to be switched on from the first game of the tournament. It's great to see how far pickleball has come along in Australia.
Absolutely, in such a short time. We were only talking about that journey for Amelia Schmidt in the semi-finals. She really burst onto the scene this time last year. She unfortunately lost to Pei-Chuan Kao in the semi-finals, but she's now in the back draw for an opportunity for a bronze.
Hoping to fight for a bronze medal, I'm sure.
Yep. Along with 4 other contenders, tough contenders. So...
All right, our referee is Adrian Gray from Brisbane here as well, overseeing this match.
Yeah, he used to be from the town that I'm from, Yeppoon, but he's moved down to Brisbane. He's moved down to the Big Smoke.
He has, and look, his refereeing journey started last year, and he's really come a long way. So it's great to see him overseeing such a big match.
And the father of a star player himself.
Without a doubt, Ollie Gray, who was also competing in the PPA main draw men's singles today. All right, Gordon, it looks like we're seconds
getting
away.
Set. It looks like Pei-Chuan will be serving first. Closest to camera. Here we go. We're underway in the women's gold medal match here in the PPA Tour event here in Brisbane. And an error.
And an early error.
That is something we did not see in the semi-finals.
We did not see one.
And that could be 2 in a row.
2 forehand errors here. We saw her come out so hot in that women's singles semi-final against Amelia Schmidt. Oh, and she finds that one though. So a nice forehand winner up the line there from Pei.
So Pei-Chuan to bring it in. This women's gold medal match will be the best of 3 games. First to 11, win by 2.
Very early here, but we've seen a very different start from Pei. In that semi-final, she was free-flowing. The wind is definitely stronger than what it was, Gordon, in that semi-final match.
It's definitely stronger and it's definitely cooler, Brendan.
She looks a little bit hesitant, but hopefully she finds her way here relatively early in this game. Great
Nice
depth there from Summer.
Ooh, just not getting the reach over. So both players just feeling each other out here. It's 1-1 here in the first game.
There's that backhand of Summer Dalla-Bona trying to work her way around the court.
Lovely ground strokes. Pei working herself to the net perfectly there. And I think that's something that Summer is going to have to do in this match. She's going to have to bring herself to the net to really push Pei-Chuan.
Return goes long there, so a couple of quick points here from Pei.
Short serve. Oh, that was like a 1-2 punch, Brendan. Shifting Summer Dalla-Bona from left to right, sorry, from right to left, and opening up a 4-1 lead. Oh, getting the roll. Lovely hands and a lovely put away from Pei-Chuan, and it's a great start here for the champion from Taiwan. 5-1.
A couple of shaky forehands to start, but she has steadied the ship now in these last 2 to 3 minutes. Oh. Nice variety there.
Yeah,
what great variety.
That is just beautiful play there from Pei-Chuan. The beautiful slice allowed her enough time to come to the net and then easily put away the volley. It's just beautiful pickleball.
Great serve there. What terrific depth. And such a heavy ball from Pei. And this is what we saw in the semi-final. Her opposition, she's just pinning them well back behind the baseline, not giving them many options at all.
Oh, Summer just breaking that momentum. So a chance to get some points on the board here for Summer Dalla-Bona. 1-7 here in the first game. This is the women's gold medal match of the PPA Australia event here in Brisbane.
Oh,
great
pick
pick-up.
up.
Oh, and a great put-away. What a recovery from Pei-Chuan Kao.
How is she across that net? Just so fast, picks up the ball really well, reads it really, so athletic.
Oh, Pei the Panther, we'll have to call her at that net.
Very great description there.
Wow.
And she looks like a panther in those sunglasses as well. They are impressive.
Or just long. And I think the breeze may have had something to do with that ball going long. Just picking up.
All right, Summer has the ball back in hand now. Can she start to fight her way back in? Just misses that double-handed backhand up the line.
What I'm really loving, Brendan, is the way that Pei's taking the pace off some of the balls as well. Just mixing up that pace. Almost like that serve. Oh. And a great put away there from Summer.
And the thing about Summer, she never gets rattled. You know, she's one of the most humble athletes that we have on the PPA Tour, and regardless of the score, she's always going to put in 100% out here.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. No doubt about it whatsoever.
Nothing phases her. So this, although not the ideal start, and there's the hesitation from Pei again. Just you start to second guess yourself in the wind, without a doubt, and you know you start to decelerate a bit, and it results in some errors.
And you can't afford to decelerate at this level.
No.
The minute you take that foot off the pedal, opens the door to your opposition.
And we're at 3-7 now. So
a nice comeback here from Summer. Oh,
okay.
Here we go. Summer's locked in now.
Yeah, look, I've been much more impressed with the service step. She's actually getting to the net first. Pei's hesitating, and a timely timeout, I would say.
A smart timeout from a smart player.
Trying to snuff out any momentum there. She's well aware that Summer got the last 3 points, so well snuffed out.
Definitely, and that's where experience really comes into play. Maybe other players would let that go on for a little bit longer, whereas Pei-Chuan Kao is onto it, noticed it, and reacted to it, and just called that timeout. And who knows, it could break that Summer Dalla-Bona momentum that she's created.
It's obviously quite a high percentage. I'm not sure what exactly the number is, but the player that calls a timeout generally comes back in and takes that next point. But it's around 70% of the time, or a pretty high statistic. But Summer will be hoping that is not the case, but she's definitely looking more comfortable. She's moving Pei around the court a lot more now than we saw in the first 5 minutes of the match. So,
time in, Summer Dalla-Bona to bring it back in. Lovely chip and charge there from Pei-Chuan Kao.
Maybe the timeout call is more than higher than 70%, Jordan, because there we go, it worked.
Oh, just wide.
Great serve there.
So an 8-4 lead here. Ooh, and I don't know if you can hear it, but that breeze really ripped through just as Pei was serving.
That was a strong gust without a doubt. And fortunately for Summer, the ball was long off that serve.
Lovely deep serve from Summer. Oh, but the next shot pushed into the net. So that wind is causing havoc. There's no doubt about it. And like you said, Brendan, I think the players are sort of second-guessing themselves as to what shot to play.
And you can see that in that approach there with Pei. Like, she had to take a lot off that. She had to put a lot more topspin on that approach as she was coming in. Earlier on in the day, she was ripping that ball. But in these conditions, you just start second-guessing yourself, and you've got to play it a little bit smarter. You can see Summer's shot there against the wind. They've just haven't got a great deal on them. Like, she's hitting that as hard as she can, and look where that ball's landing.
Oh. And Pei-Chuan now just a point away from taking this first game here in the women's gold medal match Lovely forehand down the line from Summer Dalla-Bona.
Great flat return there into that backhand corner.
So chance here at 4-10. Oh, what a thunderous cross court.
No hesitation with that one, Gordon.
Just a beautiful shot from Pei-Chuan Kao. 10-4, game point.
Oh,
And just long.
unlucky bounce there, I would say, off that serve.
There's the first game of the match going to Pei-Chuan Kao. So 1 set in the locker for Pei-Chuan Kao here in the gold medal match of the PPA Australia event here in Brisbane. We'll take a quick commercial break and be back with game 2 very soon. We're back. Summer just coming back out onto court. She's got it all to do now.
She is definitely up what we have seen as the better end, though, with the wind. There's that extra weight of shot, and I think that's going to really assist Summer here in game 2. So we'll see what Pei can do against wind. She's got a nice heavy ball, Pei does. Probably one of the heavier balls on the women's tour. So we'll see what she can generate from that end.
And not getting the net roll there. It had a little look. We're right on the net, and the ball just not falling Summer's way. So it's 0-0 here in the second game of the women's gold medal match. Brilliant play.
Nice and high there on the volley of Pei, though. Summer really put that up in probably the wheelhouse. She's probably going to need to get that a little bit lower just to try to get Pei hitting up those volleys. And there we see Summer now working with the wind. We saw the weight of the shot there, Gordon.
Yeah, absolutely, just whips through. And you saw it on the serve there. Yeah. It's whipping through a little bit quicker.
She'll have to adjust here a little bit. She's been hitting against the wind for the first 15 minutes, and now it's about recalibrating.
Lovely return down the middle. Just clipping that net.
Some frustration there. She knows she's got it to work with.
2-0. Second game. Lovely serve from Pei. Right in the corner, creating angles. But just long.
She has missed that one.
Oof. She set that point up perfectly. Summer brings it in. Lovely.
But it all set up by that lovely roll cross court.
And just beautifully flighted into the kitchen. And really smart play from Pei-Chuan Kao.
And look, that's probably the difference in probably the players' capabilities on their shots as well. Pei has that ability to roll that drop or that approach, whereas Summer's going to drive 9 times out of 10. So Pei could actually use the wind here to her advantage, whereas Summer didn't quite battle her way through that thought process.
Here she comes to the net. This is what I like to see. And there you go. I think that's going to win Summer Dalla-Bona some points. And it certainly has on this occasion.
And there's some rain coming down again, Gordon.
We're just gonna referees just having a little look.
Just assessing the back of the courts.
There is a few little droplets. We're going to take time out here in Brisbane. The rain has played havoc again. Hopefully it won't be too long. It only looks like there's a few drops falling. So we'll be back with the score at 1-2 with Summer Dalla-Bona down in the match but serving. So we'll be back live as soon as we can here at PPA Australia, live from Brisbane with the women's gold medal match. We'll just take a break and be back soon. And welcome back, ball in hand with Summer Dalla-Bona here. We're back, the rain has gone, and Jasmine has joined me.
I have. Oh, I love being in the booth with you. This is one of my favorite things to do. Here we
And
go.
we're back underway here. Oh, and was that just wide, Jasmine?
I think it was just wide.
Yes,
Just wide.
and a great start by Summer Dalla-Bona here in the second game. So, to recap, after the rain delay, this is the second game of the
win.
women's gold medal match here at PPA Australia, the Brisbane event here in Redcliffe. The sensational tennis centre and pickleball centre.
These are beautiful courts.
And beautiful players. What
Wow.
a beautiful cross-court put away from Pei-Chuan Kao there.
Absolutely.
And moving to a 3-2 lead here. A critical juncture in the game.
Neck and neck here. Oh, there's
And
the
that
win.
wind really pulling that ball away from Pei there.
Yes.
2-3. Nice pick up from Cal. Dalla-Bona coming to the net. Great
What a
net
point.
pressure from Dalla-Bona there.
Absolutely. Really didn't give Pei many options as to where to go.
And that's a big difference in play already. So Summer Dalla-Bona coming to the net a little bit more than she did previously.
Again.
And getting those shots back and making Pei play one more shot.
Absolutely. That is so important. So important. It's just if we can get the ball in play.
Nice play. And more
Great
pressure
spot.
from Dalla-Bona. She's come
Absolutely.
out strong.
She's definitely making the win work for her.
And coming to the net again. Just the wind making that almost hard, so difficult to play.
Absolutely.
Now, you played in the Women's Open this morning, Jasmine.
I did.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Oh my. It did not work in my favor. I'm in the booth here, not on the court, which is great.
Just wide.
Everyone's playing amazing out here in Brisbane, and so there's no free points.
And no easy matches.
No
You had
easy
a
matches.
cracker of a match against Rose Van Reek.
I did. We went the long three-setter. It was definitely a fight.
And Pei-Chuan, she just clipped the line on that beautiful cross court.
Yes.
So, nice get from Pei.
Good, great spot.
Tech and
So a
Michael,
point
please.
there.
Tech and Michael.
We'll just keep a listen out from the score from the referee just to verify the score. We've got 4-7. Yep. 4-7. Pei-Chuan brings it back in. Lovely down the line from Dalla-Bona.
Just wide there. Oh,
Good. Point.
Mr. Gray calling it good. Calling it good.
It was literally right under his chin, that
Yeah.
shot. So he had a better view than absolutely anybody.
Absolutely.
So Pei-Chuan clawing her way back here, 5-7. She's already up one game to love,
Oh,
and it's now 6-7.
Summer with a timeout, which I
Yeah,
think is a great
great.
timeout to take right now.
Fantastic timeout, I think, for Summer Dalla-Bona, just to break that momentum of Pei-Chuan, because she's come right back into this match.
Right.
So this is the women's singles gold medal match here at PPA Australia here in Brisbane. A chilly old Brisbane, Jasmine.
I know, it was a beautiful weather earlier, and now we have a little bit of clouds, a little bit of rain, and now a little bit of chill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's weather that's more accustomed to Have you ever been to Melbourne, Jasmine?
I have not.
Okay, this is sort of like Melbourne weather.
Huh.
Yeah, where you get 4 seasons in one day.
Wow.
So, yeah, so no doubt, I'm sure you'll get to Melbourne at some point on your travels.
Hopefully, I don't know. Now, after you told me that, I don't know.
You could always come to Yeppoon where it's always beautiful. That's where I live.
I would love that. I'm going to prioritize that trip for sure. We would have such a great time.
Oh my word, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Especially heading out to the islands just off the coast.
Oh, please, tempt me more with a good time.
All right, we're back here.
All right.
Back from the timeout. So it's 6-7 here. Pei-Chuan Kao to bring it back in. That wind gusting again.
Yes.
Lovely deep shot from Dalla-Bona.
Yes. Wicked
And
backhand.
great deep pressure there.
Absolutely. Well, that was a good run for Pei. Side out here.
And a
Let's see.
smart timeout from Dalla-Bona.
Yes,
Certainly
absolutely.
worked. Oh, that's
unlucky.
a killer.
Yeah, it's unlucky.
6-7. Pei-Chuan. Pei-Chuan up a game.
Clip the line there. Nice deep shots. Look at
Deep
these.
shots from Summer Dalla-Bona.
Which are so important in singles. That's what's going to allow you to come up to the kitchen and then keep control of the point as well. Wow, those are 2 beautiful shots in a row.
Michael Herman,
Oh,
please. Michael,
and
court
finding the
1.
line there.
There you go. That gets Summer off 7, which is great. That's going to be good for her momentum.
So just 3 points away from a possible game here for Summer Dalla-Bona.
Oh, just a little bit long. Wind could have been a little influential on that shot, but nothing you can't adjust from. And serve.
That's a lovely double hand backhand, but just going wide for
Just-
Pei.
yeah.
8-6.
Great angle. Yeah.
Beautiful pressure there from Summer Dalla-Bona. Followed that in nicely. 9-6. Oh, service error. And that's just how treacherous the wind is,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
know, just in that short distance between your hand and the paddle, the ball, if it gets caught by the wind,
Absolutely, can throw you off.
oh,
Wow, just cleared the net there. Oh, and she was going to come. Oh, I mean, you have to be careful with her backhand. It's a weapon.
it sure is. Just going for a little bit too much there, Dalla-Bona. It's 7-9 here.
There you go.
Lovely approach shot from Pei there, and she's tightening in on Summer Dalla-Bona here.
This is definitely going to be a crucial point.
Oh,
And there it
lovely
is.
play from Dalla-Bona.
Perfect.
Perfect pickleball from the Sunshine Coast champion.
And I think that's a great pattern for Summer, for her to go cross with her forehand with a great angle and just to come in and just put it away with her backhand. Oh, just a little bit long from Summer there.
Yeah, but the same pattern, but just going a little long.
Yeah.
One gets the feeling if Summer Dalla-Bona can just nose her way in front here and take this game, she could go on with this match.
Absolutely. And I think in that last point, we just saw Pei avoid her backhand and just change it up and put it to Summer's forehand. And I think that threw her off balance a little bit. Oh, no.
But Pei-Chuan could close out the match right here.
2 unfortunate, unforced errors.
Pei will be hoping, I think, to cut this game
It's
right
match
here.
point. That would be the smart decision.
She comes to the net.
Oh,
And what a way to
there it
finish the
is.
match. What a sensational comeback from
Wow.
Pei in that
Right.
second game. A brilliant match in the final of the women's gold medal here.
Absolutely. I mean, very, very close. But, you know, Pei is such a phenomenal, solid player. She has so many shots. She's so smooth. I mean, honestly, I think she's my favorite player to watch in women's.
She's like silk, really, isn't she?
Yes.
The way she moves across the court, she's just
Yes.
so seamless, and she's
Calm, too.
and she has the all-round game, Jasmine.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, her singles game is obviously, I mean, there it is, another gold for her. But also, like, when it comes to her doubles play and her mixed doubles play, it's something I really love to watch. Something I'd rather watch than play against.
Well, it reminds me a little of your game. I was watching you this morning, and you've got one of those games that just is a magical all-round game as well. But that's the end of this match. So that's the gold medal match, and Pei-Chuan Kao is our champion here in Brisbane in the women's singles, the PPA Tour event here in Brisbane. So Summer Dalla-Bona will take home a silver medal.
Well-deserved silver.
Oh.
She played phenomenal.
Absolutely. And we'll be back shortly with more action here from the PPA Tour event here in Brisbane.
Thank you.